right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us for this second of a few interviews asking that big question, why CE Malaysia? For those of you who have not seen the Mandarin version video yet, please do go and check that out on our YouTube channel as well. But for those of you who haven't actually seen this or haven't really heard of us, Christianity Explored Malaysia, let me just say hello. My name is Tim. I'm the National Director for Christianity Explored Malaysia. And it's wonderful that we have joining us today Reverend Wilston Trin, who will be telling us a little bit more about himself in a minute. All I'm going to say for now is he's based in East Malaysia, and he has a keen interest in the Christianity Explored, particularly the Bahasa resources that we're going to be talking about. So Wilston, thank you for joining us today.
So thank you, Tim, for having me here today.
Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. All right.
We're glad to be here. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, why don't we actually, let's just take it away. Maybe, Wilston, you could just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do, your background, and maybe how you came to be aware of Christianity Explored Ministries.
Oh, okay. So this is just briefly about myself. My name is Wilston Trin, as Tim have already introduced. I am currently serving as one of the pastors here at St. Peter's Anglican Church, here in eastern state of Malaysia called Sarawak. So I serve among the predominantly Iban people, one of the largest tribes here in the island of Borneo. And many of them are actually Bahasa speaking Christians. I wasn't involved officially with the operation of Christianity Explored Malaysia before, not until recently, I guess, yeah. But I have personally used materials from Christianity Explored both in English as well as in Bahasa, also for my own local church, as well as for the youth organization, which I'm part of under our denomination called the Anglican Diocesan Youth Council. So in both instances, I was involved either as a trainer as well as facilitator. So that's how I got to know about Christianity Explored and how I got to be involved with Christianity Explored. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Wilson. So, wow, that's quite an interesting ministry. So you're based in East Malaysia, particularly specifically in Sarawak, and working predominantly with Iban communities, but also, of course, mainly with Bahasa as the language spoken. So you've become familiar, like you say, with a bit of the CE Bahasa resources, and we know we're thankful that we've actually got CE Iban in the pipeline coming hopefully in the next 6 months to a year. Looking forward to that. But can you tell us a little bit more about what resources specifically you've been using and how they've been used and how they've been helpful in your ministry?
Now, the specific resource that we use here in East Malaysia predominantly is the Christianity Explored Bahasa Malaysia version. We call it the Terokai Christianity. So it's basically just Christianity Explored, just in Bahasa. You see, the majority of the churches here in East Malaysia are Malay speaking actually. And so I think the fact that we have Christianity Explored in Bahasa version is very helpful in order for us to help the church to help them in their evangelistic effort actually. Because the materials are already very easy to understand and easy to follow, even for those who never been exposed to Christianity whatsoever. And the fact that it has been translated very well into Bahasa Malaysia makes it even easier for us here in East Malaysia. And I think many of us can actually appreciate what Christianity Explored has done in translating this material into Bahasa. I've run one program, Christianity Explored in Bahasa, among the youths, and many of them actually gave a very good feedback. They said it's because of this the easy to understand materials. So I think that's a very good thing to have this material in Bahasa. Yeah,
that's
very beneficial for us as well.
That's good. That's good. Maybe you could just share if there's one specific instance or encouragement from your time using the resources in your context in Bahasa. Has there just been any particular encouragement that stands out to you from your time using the course materials as a minister and with the guys that you're working with in Sarawak?
Yep. There's this one particular feedback that I received, which was very encouraging for me, because the dynamic of the Bahasa speaking churches here in East Malaysia, not many of them are Bible based actually, sadly, but because the materials is designed in such a way that we actually follow the whole the Gospel of Mark. By the end of the course, we'll be able to read the whole of the Gospel of Mark. So one of the feedbacks that I received from one of the participants in which I run the Christianity Explored in Bahasa, so he said something like this: it is good that we have this kind of materials. Instead of doing it topical, we go through the whole Gospel of Mark. So in the end of it, we actually get a grasp of what the Gospel of Mark is all about, particularly helping us to introduce who Jesus is, what he has done, and how we ought to respond to him appropriately. So that's a very encouraging feedback that I received not long ago. Yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant. That's wonderful to hear. That I guess what we have at the heart of our certainly the Christianity Explored course, and for those watching who are familiar, we have that key question of identity, mission, and call. Who is Christ?
Yes.
Why did he come? And what is a proper response? It's great to hear that is translated faithfully into the Bahasa resources, and actually that's been an effective way of, I guess, packaging the gospel message so that we can be introducing Mark's gospel and his testimony to Christ to all these cultures and getting the good news out as we can. So that's terrific. Well, it sounds like you've had a really encouraging time so far, so thankful for that. Given that we are talking about the Christianity Explored working in the context of Bahasa ministry, perhaps you could share in Bahasa a few words for brothers and sisters out there, fellow Bahasa speaking brothers and sisters who would like to hear encouragements, but in Bahasa.
Sure. So what I'll do is that I'll try to promote the Christianity Explored Bahasa by using Bahasa Malaysia. So that's what I'll be doing.
Cool. And of course, sorry for those fellow Malaysians. I'm afraid it's a terrible excuse. I've been here for far too long, but my Bahasa is still very poor, so I won't understand. But I know that what Reverend Wilston's going to be sharing will be very encouraging. So go ahead, and then you just let me know when you're done.
Thanks, Tim. Siri Terokai Christianity merupakan satu pelajaran yang diadakan di dalam 7 sesi di mana kita dibawa untuk mengenali Yesus. Siapakah dia, apakah yang dia telah lakukan, dan bagaimana kita harus meresponi panggilannya. Jadi di dalam pelajaran ini kita akan dibawa menjelajahi keseluruhan Injil Markus. Setiap sesi di dalam ketujuh sesi ini merupakan sesi yang interaktif, yaitu di mana kita akan berinteraksi dengan video-video yang akan kita paparkan dalam setiap sesi yang berkaitan dengan topik kita dan juga berinteraksi dengan sesama kita di dalam sesi perbincangan. Ini adalah satu peluang yang baik untuk kita menjangkau lebih ramai jiwa bagi Kristus, lebih lagi bagi kita yang fasih dan faham bahasa Malaysia. Oleh kerana sesi Terokai Christianity ini telah dialih bahasakan daripada bahasa Inggeris kepada bahasa Malaysia, ini merupakan satu peluang yang baik bagi gereja-gereja yang berbahasa Malaysia, terutamanya gereja-gereja yang terletak di Sabah dan di negeri Sarawak juga untuk menggunakan bahan ini. Jadi saya menggalakkan bagi gereja-gereja yang berbahasa Malaysia untuk menerokai siri Terokai Christianity ini yang telah dialih bahasakan kepada bahasa Malaysia. So that's it, Tim. Yeah.
Okay, terrific. Thank you. Thank you, Wilston. Thanks for sharing that. And thank you just so much for spending some time with us, helping us to better understand Christianity Explored and why are we here in the context of Bahasa ministry. Look forward to hearing more encouraging updates. I should say that Wilston is also kind of our regional representative, but also particularly focusing on assisting Christianity Explored Malaysia with the Bahasa resources. So if you are interested in finding out more about how you could use these resources in your own local church, and particularly in the Bahasa ministry context, do reach out to me, but we can also put you in touch with Wilston as well. I'm sure he would love to share with you more about how you can be making the most of using these resources for the good of the gospel work that we're seeking to do here. So thank you again, Wilston. Really appreciate your time, and look forward to hearing more updates.
Thanks, Tim,
as
for
time
having
goes
me.
by. Brilliant. And I think we'll just wave goodbye to everybody who's listening in. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Do go to our website. That's going to be that hyperlink will be up again at the end of the video, or you can check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/CE Malaysia, and do see what other offers and resources we're trying to make available for the good of gospel mission in Malaysia. Thanks, guys, and see you next time.